Hello, Darwin Oracle. My previous reading predicted that Malcolm Turnbull would win the next federal election by the slimmest of margins and possibly with help from independents to get over the line. I'm now going to do a reading for our local territory candidates, Natasha Griggs and Luke Gosling. The same concept. Natasha Griggs, the incumbent here, past, present, future influences. Luke Gosling, past, present and future influences. So let's start. Natasha Griggs. Six of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Two of Wands, and the reversed Five of Swords. So the Six of Pentacles represents someone that is actually quite a generous person, both with their time and financially to her own family. But in regards to her political persuasion, she actually is quite a generous person according to these cards, and she has to be careful that she doesn't get easily swayed by other people and to get used for their own purposes and their own political gain or gain within the community. I don't know either of the candidates, and from what I see outwardly, I do think that she's quite an outgoing, bubbly person, and I think she does give people a lot of time. So her past influences is the Ace of Cups, and this is about starting a new relationship, and I have to say this new relationship is probably with Malcolm Turnbull. She's had to establish new bonds with her. Now, she was absolutely 100% a loyal supporter for Tony Abbott, and the past was a time where she probably had to establish bonds with Malcolm Turnbull, and I think going into her current situation, she's actually feeling inspired by what he has to say, and she's got a newfound confidence. She wants to be part of the Turnbull government. She really needs to step up, and this is a card that I would say to people: take the bull by the proverbial horn and show who you are. And so when we're talking about the bull, are we talking about Malcolm Turnbull? She needs to really be able to get out there and persuade people of her talents, because it has been lackluster in the past 4 years. People have been very critical of what has she actually achieved for the territory. And I think she needs to really get out there and sell herself and, persuade the rest of us that she is deserving of the position. The future card for Natasha Griggs is the Five of Swords. And this is a fight card where you've won the fight, but you feel like the battle was not a fair one. For example, you have a fight with your best friend about something, and you walk away going, yes, I've got the upper hand, but you really don't feel that good about it. And that's what this card indicates, is that without looking at these cards yet, if she wins, it's going to be a very hollow victory. She won't necessarily feel good about it, and it will be by the slimmest of margins. But we need to look at what Luke Gosling's cards are before we can kind of predict where we're going to go. So we've got Princess of Swords. We've got Nine of Pentacles in his past position, the Seven of Wands in his current position, and the Lovers. Well, the Princess of Swords is basically a sharpshooter, and I think he's 100% ready for action, because that's what this card represents. Someone that is ready to, go in for the jugulars, ready to fight, ready to provoke his opposition. And he's in a position where mentally he's ready to do that. And I think he needs to do more of that. There hasn't been a lot of getting up and being passionate from either of the candidates in the Northern Territory at the moment. But he definitely needs to do that now, and he's got the mental clarity and the determination to be ready to fight. The past situation or card for Luke Gosling is the Nine of Pentacles. So this just indicates someone that's very much disciplined and in control. He's successful in his own right, in the work that he's done in the past, and he's ready to take on the challenge. His current situation is the Seven of Swords. Now this card can be read in two different ways. The first way is you can see a man here being attacked from every angle, but he is fighting back, and he's winning despite being having adversities against him, I suppose. But he's actually fighting back, and he stands what he believes for. He will 100% stand behind what he believes in. I think he's a very honest character. I think at the same time he's also riding the wave of discontent that we have here in the Northern Territory against the Liberal government. So he definitely needs to take advantage of that, but he also needs to do it in a way that is honourable, because the electorate will backlash as well against people that they think are dishonest. So he needs to be his true self if he's to gain the advantage. But most definitely he is a strong adversary for Natasha Griggs. And the future cards, the Lovers, and at first glance I have to say, well, Luke Gosling's won the local election up here, but the Lovers card is much more complex than a new union. But I do think that this card really, if I was going to simplify it, not saying that we've fallen in love with him, but we are about to embark on a new partnership with Luke Gosling. And Natasha Griggs, unless something amazing happens, I think she will lose her seat. And it's a real shame, because right now she's feeling invigorated and she's ready to fight, and she wants to be part of the Turnbull government, and as I said, take the bull by the proverbial horns. But she's in for some really strict competition. Whereas she's the more giving and open person, I think Luke is very much more focused and determined. His mental clarity is extremely sharp right now. And this love affair is, even though I haven't received any information from him, I don't actually know what he stands for. This card to me indicates that he will win this election, but showing through this card here, the Five of Swords, it's going to be a very, very narrow victory. Thank you very much.